Hey Techies, this is Abbas from Coders Yard. In this video, we are going to talk about lists in Python, and this channel is all about programming tutorials and tech related stuffs. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So now let's go back to the topic. Imagine we have three variables, say fruit 1, and it has a value called apple, and fruit 2 is mango, and fruit 3, this is orange. Can we have all these values in a single variable? And yes, it's possible by using lists. Let me show you that. Before that, I'm changing the variable name as fruits, and to use lists we must use a square brackets and add the values inside it. So I'm adding as apple, orange, and mango. It is similar to array in Java, C++, and C. So to print this, it is super easy as using a print statement and fruits. So let me run the script. And see, this is awesome. It is printing all the values in the list, and this is called list of strings. So now let me tell you another example. So before that, I'm erasing this stuffs. So now I'm creating a list with numbers. So I'm using a variable called numbers and a square brackets, and I'm adding numbers randomly. 56 and say 98 and 26 and 84 and 83. So to print this list, it is easy as putting a print statement, right? So print of numbers, it will give you the list, right? So what if you want to print the first element in the list, that is 56? We can print the first value in the list with the help of index value. So in programming, the index values always starts from 0. The first element lies in the 0th index and the second element lies in the first index, and so on. So if you want to print the first element, you have to mention the index value as 0. So let me run the script. And see, it's printing the first element in the list. So if you want to print the third element in the list, you have to mention the index value. So 0, 1 and 2. So you must enter 2 here. So now let me run the script. And yes, it's working. Can we print a range of numbers in a list? And yes, it is possible by adding a starting index value and then ending index value. So I want to print from 98 to 10. So the index value for 98 is 1. For the index value of 10 is 4. But if I mention 4 as an ending index, it will run up to the third index value. So I have to mention 5 here. So it will exclude 5 and run up to index value 4. So let me show you that. And see friends, it is working. It has excluded the index 5 and it has run up to 4. Can we use negative index such as -1, -2? And yes, it is possible. If I give -1, it will print the last element in the list. And see, it's printing. If you give -2, it will print the second last element. And that's how it works. So let's see some other examples. Before that, I'm commenting these two lines. And so till now we have seen a list of strings and integer in a list. So is it possible to have a combination of any data type in a list? So let me try it. So I'm using a variable x, and inside the list I'm using my name Abbas and any integer value, say suppose 60, and a float type, so 3.9. So if we print this, will it throw an error or the value? Let me check it. Oh, that's awesome, friends. See, it is accepting all the combination of data types in a list, and that's how the list works. Now let us see some operations in a list. I'm uncommenting this. So if you want to add an element to the list at the last, you must use the append function. So I'm using numbers, that is the list name dot append of. So I'm adding 78, and here I'm just printing the list. It has appended the number 78 at the end of the list. So if you want to add an element to the list by adjusting its position, you have to use a function called insert, and it has two arguments. One is the index value and other one is the value you have to add to the list. So I want to add the number 5 at the index position 3. So I have to mention the index value and the value to be added, so 5. So now let me run the script. So 0, 1, 2 and 3, yes, it's working, friends. It has added the element 5 in the position 3. To sort these elements in ascending order, we have to give a sort function. So dot sort of, and this will sort these elements in the ascending order, that is from lower to bigger. And see, the lowest element is 5 and the biggest element is 98, and it is increased gradually, and that's how it works. So can we arrange these numbers in descending order? And yes, it is possible. So numbers dot sort of reverse equal to true. It has arranged the element from largest to smallest. So this is how it works. To remove an element from the list, we must use a numbers dot remove function, and you must specify the element you want to remove. Let me now remove the element 56. So now let me run the script. And see, we don't find 56 in this list. There is an inbuilt function in Python to find the minimum and the maximum element in the list. That is simple by just printing the min, that is minimum of numbers, and max, that is maximum of numbers. So let me copy it, and max, which will give the maximum element in the list. And there is one more function called sum, which will print the addition of, that is the total sum of the elements in the list. So it is easy as putting a sum here. So now let me run the script. You can see this is our list, and 5 is the minimum element and 98 is the maximum element, and 384 is the sum. So that's awesome in Python. We don't have to write lines and lines of code, just we can call the inbuilt function. And this is how the list works. So thank you for watching this video. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. Share it with your friends who's really interested in Python. Keep watching this channel for more Python videos.